Day 12 in quarantine. Everybody's going mental.
I think it's just you. Ladies, gentlemen, guys, girls, and all variations of the self-isolated species. Welcome to a very special quarantined episode of the FAWK Chronicles, of the Unmonetisables, the official podcast of the FAWK Chronicles. Don't you dare even. I can hear you smirking through Discord. Don't start. Okay? The official podcast of the FAWK Chronicles, the stepsister podcast to the Indi Scots, Scots with Soul podcast, and the CD Uncle podcast to the unofficial, official podcast. And it is I, your boy, the privileged one. No, I'm not done yet, okay?
All right.
How dare you? It is I, the privileged one, Captain Privilege, and with you for no choice of his own, is not Yangi. I'll just have to deal with Grandmaster Tech this week.
Tough shit.
No, well, big special shout out to Yangi for last week's appearance. That was
a good laugh.
That was good crack. And if you're wanting more such good crack, obviously remember to go and subscribe to his shit. But also, I just performed a round table discussion with the one and only Steph with Science. And we, myself and Mr. Tech, done a collaboration.
Mr. Tech was my father's name.
Done a collab with Stuart Inglis, which shall be dropping on the FAWK Chronicles YouTube very shortly. And that is enough for the housekeeping, because if this is the first time you've tuned in, you might not be aware of what this podcast or this show is all about. So if you are unaware, this is the only show in the galaxy that doesn't rustle papers in the background while the host is trying to do the intro. It's also the only show in the galaxy that expertly dissects your primitive planet's curatable culture in the form of trending and topical tat of the week. And I think the main mission of 2 weeks' podcast is to speak about everything but the virus. Okay?
Yeah, I think everybody's a bit sick of the virus by now.
The C word is banned. However, we can talk about the effects on culture.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, this one.
Yeah. So, 10 points deducted for every time you say coronora or COVID.
So that's you fucked with 20.
No, you don't. No, you don't get to count for the start. That's cheating. But without any further ado, folks, because it is a long list of moments this week, we're just going to blast straight in.
Oh, we're blasting straight into the Twitter moments. Right, okay.
Because everything we need is there, if we're going to be totally honest, right? So, I mean, first off, which has to be the moment that's shook us all down to our core, in the age of social distancing, Gen X gets its moment to shine.
I love this one because, I mean, let's be fair, right? There's a little Gen X in all of us. Right, you know. I knew you were going to go that way with it.
Your life.
I knew you were going to go that way with it. You know, everybody has that little sense of Gen X. You know, there's just different varied amounts of it. Just so happens that the Gen X has got all of it. So for those of us who are feeling like, you know, I could really do with like a week off in my bed, just chilling and watching Netflix, or, you know, I could get some gaming and streaming done, and, you know, or I've been isolating myself for years. This is no different, you know. So
that's it. I mean, that's the funny thing, is a lot of folk were kind of taking the piss, but then many others were kind of like, got this covered, like straight up. I mean, it's not going to be a thing.
I mean, think about it this way, right? This is going to bring a lot of awareness for people that suffer agoraphobia and don't want to go outside. They just can't go outside, right? So now everybody that's having to isolate themselves indoors is going to start feeling sort of like they do.
I was off track. I thought Agor was like a new gender or something.
No, and it's not a character out of a movie. So for those of you who don't know, it's pronounced different ways: agoraphobia or agoraphobia, which is funny. Anyway, it's basically a condition where people there are many different things that cause it, but usually it's a fear of the outside world or socializing.
Do you know there's like huge wide open spaces as well, or is that a different one?
Yeah, no. There are kind of varied problems that come in with it, but for the most part, most people tend to isolate themselves indoors, and they don't want to leave their house. Their safe space, basically.
So they're raging right now because everybody else is cramping up their style.
Pretty much, you know. It's like, and I can't disagree. It's sort of like, you know, when the whole depression. The hashtag, what was it? I can't even remember what the hashtag was right now, but it was
so many hashtags, so little time.
Exactly. But basically, when everybody was up on, you know, check on your depressed friend, or, you know, give a little bit of love to your depressed friends, that kind of thing, right? And a lot of depressed people
make sweet love to your depressed friends. Discord.
Sometimes that might actually help.
You know.
But you know, there was a lot of people on a lot of the forums for like depression and stuff like that. Was like really getting pissed off with this shit. It's great that this movement has started, but it's just a bandwagon, you know. But okay, fair enough. This one is, you need to isolate yourself because of that thing, which we can't mention because of points.
Very smart.
I got around that one. But yeah, you know, so you know, anybody that's suffering agoraphobia must be looking at this going, motherfuckers, you guys have been saying we've been weird for years. How does it feel?
I think there is one set of people who are ever so more, 10 times more uniquely prepared to deal with such a thing, and that is the cast of German Big Brother who were still in the house and hadn't been enlightened to any of this.
Jesus.
And were at some point this week apparently enlightened to it live on air. There's two ways to think about this. Bullshit. Probably have told them.
Yeah,
you hear loads of rumours that they actually get breaks and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why would you if it didn't directly affect the house, they wouldn't tell them until it was time.
Well,
or as long as any of their loved ones didn't get infected.
Yeah, well,
they wouldn't tell them unless it was time.
That's the problem I've got with it. What happens if one of their family members gets infected and they're actually going downhill really fast?
Man, they fucking told, what's her plus David Bowie's ex. She was on the UK Celebrity Big Brother when he died. They pulled her out of the room, and this was fucked. There was another guy in the house called David who was really old and really unwell, and so he'd been literally in isolation, like another bit of the house, getting regular checks with the docs and stuff, but they hadn't seen him in 2 days. She comes out of the diary room and just blurts out, to the first person she comes across, this lassie, she's like, don't tell anyone, don't make a scene, but David's gone, David died.
And not that
the
David
lassie thinks it's David for this and just starts screaming at top of her lungs, making the most awkward scene. It's TV gold.
I'm sorry,
it really is. It's horrible. It is a horrible moment, but it's the handling of it that you're like, you really fucked.
The thing is,
you really fucked up there.
You're in the Big Brother.
Tell her what's happened.
Exactly.
Spend it with people she needs to spend it with. No folks she's been surrounded by for days.
Exactly. Not only that, you're in the Big Brother household. Well, I was just going to say, you're in the Big Brother household.
You still hear me? I've cut out enough.
No, we can still hear you, but you can't hear me apparently. So Captain Privilege is now rebooting his communication device.
How dare you?
Yeah, you can hear me.
I know it was you. I know it was you.
We could all hear you bitching and complaining. Yeah, could hear you bitching and complaining.
You could hear me back and hear you.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Right, I'm going to stop putting my communication device on that side of the hub. Okay. Yeah, so basically, that's a shame. But at least they've been getting loads of games and stuff to keep themselves occupied in the meantime. But what has happened, if you can smell the segue to the next one,
I've already got it on screen.
The quarantine games, creative and ridiculous ways to combat isolation. And so the next fucking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 40s, I think, are all different and unique ways. So if you want to help the next one,
yeah, totally. Okay, I like this one. Yeah, so you know,
Nuts and crosses.
With your
but
pets.
with random AI. No, it's bad because one, you'll win more than you probably ever won at Noughts and Crosses before in your life.
Probably.
But there is an exciting element to what if the animal actually won? Does that prove you're shit at Noughts and Crosses, or do you let the animal go first?
I think the universe allows for a certain amount of fuck you randomization.
Well, I mean, at least the Olympics isn't going to suffer because, as you can see in the next one,
so
not all sports are cancelled. He's doing the shuffle puck thing for the Roomba. The Roomba is a Roomba in it.
Yeah, that I think what you're. Oh, I've lost the name of the sport now. Curling. That's what I was thinking. Curling.
Curling. Curling like my cringe bone right now. That's but I think to give it fairness, there is some balance. There is some level of idiocracy that makes up for it with art, as in the next one. Pringles dog balancing.
I'm sorry, there's something about that so looks photoshopped.
Don't spoil my imagination and love and wonder.
It's still funny though. I mean, if that was real, you're like,
it's a video. It was a video. That's just a snippet for it. Yeah, he does like about a 3D pan around it. That dog is dead to life. Like, he does not give a fuck.
I think.
But I guess that's the lucky you draw, isn't it? Just like if you're if you're playing like bingo, just like in Spain, they are playing community bingo to fight boredom during the C-word quarantine. People are finding so many creative ways to cope with isolation. I don't know, what is community bingo?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering now. Did you not read into it? You know, no.
What did I not read into the singular tweet?
Yeah, no, you didn't. Well, that's great to inform the people listening. You know. So just to let you all know, we have no fucking idea what this bingo thing is. So
community bingo, think about it, right? Someone has the numbers, and they call it the random numbers. Yeah, and whoever's number's actually your door number, haha, there you go. See?
Yeah, there you go.
Bingo.
You got it.
But if you get all the hussies on your row, it's bingo. Huh?
You can. I can really.
Or is it house?
I can really see some problems with that when somebody yanks open a window, shouts bingo, and unfortunately...
Yeah, I think there's more creative ways to play about outside your window, just like in the next one. Where it's two guys playing ping pong from window to window.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Last another ball!
Hey, well, that's not right, is it?
Yeah.
It's interesting, but it's not quite right.
Well, at least they're more than 2 meters apart.
The next one doesn't really look too great. I could have maybe taken a bit of a better picture of it, but it's the classic blind pillow fight. These tie a headband around somebody, clear it out the living room, and let them swing away.
See,
it's quite interesting.
As much as pillow fighting is a good fun and a good laugh, in the middle of an isolation, you can't go and get a replacement lampshade. So, you know, just letting you know, vigorous sports can be dangerous as well inside a household environment.
Right, but there's one that's definitely isn't dangerous, although it looks deadly. On par with like the next Godzilla flick, whenever they're going to do it. The next 3 pictures go in tandem. So if you just go 1, and it's a guy with a sock puppet at his window, and 2, sock puppet's mouth just a wee bit open. What? They're on a road? I don't believe it. 3, it's opened its mouth and it's eaten all the cars.
That one didn't even go to the next one. Ah, yes, there we go.
It's like static Pac-Man at your window.
God, I love it. I need some music.
Will somebody buy this man a fucking arcade machine, please? This person. I just, I was gobsmacked to see that video. I was just like, what? Why are you?
See, this is, I will admit, right? This is where gamers really shine, because
they see the world in so many different formats.
Yeah, but
game modes.
Not only that though, right? during this quarantine period, you know, gamers can practically sit and forget the entire world for weeks on end and finally come out of it like, I've just completed Fallout 76 and Doom Eternal and Final Fantasy 7 and I've had Sunlight. What year is it? It's been so amazing.
Speaking of folk who are blissfully unaware, the next photo is Jared Leto was on a meditation retreat and missed news of the C word 19 pandemic.
I'll let you away with that one.
C word, I've said C word before, it's fine.
I know, but you said 19 after it.
We're not counting 19. You can't just not say 19. The actor musician who was on a 12-day silent meditation in the desert apparently just heard the news. We had no idea what was happening outside the facility. Blissfully unaware. I like that. Although it would be quite funny to come back out and all the streets are empty.
You know,
and everybody's stockpiled up in toilet roll. You'd be like, right,
I'm
sorry,
that
but
would be
what's going on?
That'd be like a zombie movie with the boy waking up in hospital and walking out in the street like,
oh, fuck yeah.
What the hell? Where is everybody? Why is there wild animals running through the streets? And
I say, it's going to be like I Am Legend in like fucking 3 weeks.
Why are there signs saying no more toilet roll? What?
The wildlife one was funny because they said the wildlife was coming back. And like the dolphins in Venice were like coming back and shit.
Totally, Venice
the water's finally cleared up.
Totally, the waters are the cleanest they've been in like 40 years or something like that.
What are you guys doing to that water?
Yeah,
There's absolutely no need.
Considering that people are now indoors using their toilets more often.
Just like what a bunch of assholes. Speaking about a bunch of assholes.
The butthole cut of cats might be what the people need, but it probably doesn't exist.
Hashtag release the butthole cut. So if you go into the next one, I'll explain as you bring it up. But the rumour has it that a video effects producer was hired in November to finish some of the 400 effect shots in the Cats movie. His entire job was to remove CGI buttholes that had been inserted a few months earlier, which means that somewhere out there exists a butthole cut of Cats. Mate.
Oh God, man.
I've never wanted to see something so bad in my life. I don't know, and I've never wanted to stare at a cat's anus before, but I'm like, no. Does that mean Dame Judi Dench just like got her old hairy ass? Like, oh man!
Is she leaving?
Idris Elba's just scuffing about in that.
Are they leaving butt pucker marks on the glass tables and stuff when they sit down?
Butt pucker. You get minus 10 C points just for that.
Butt pucker.
Like I hate to say it, but I doubt it. Or if there was copies, it would be a case of no, delete. As you go along, delete every copy. We cannot have the butthole release of Cats.
So basically, what they're saying is that at some point the butthole will be leaked.
Alright, plus 10 points again. You're back on Paras. Speaking about leaky bumholes, or squeaky bumholes, I should say, Oprah shuts down rumours she's been arrested as the odd hashtag Oprah is cancelled party, or Oprah is over party was fucking trending. Oprah was trending in general a couple of nights, like at the start of last week, because the internet decided to say that because she wasn't actually in self-isolation as she claimed, she had been arrested for something along the same lines of human trafficking with Epstein sort of charges and stuff.
Right.
And people were already like linking it to this is why Kobe died and this is this. You're like, holy fuck. They just ran away with it straight off the cuff. So this is her like shutting it down though. She shut it down, so it's fine. Obviously.
I remember
that, so it's not true.
I remember seeing meme come up at one point. It was like, please check on your conspiracy theorist friends. They are not okay right now. Right? Just this reminds me of that. It's like, how much time is too much time to link things together? Like, isolation gives you a lot of time to think. Sometimes that could be a problem.
Well, I think what's more important and what people need to be thinking about is what British television could look like for the next few weeks. How are they going to bring it all together on EastEnders with all this?
I think there's an absolute call for just shots of beautiful scenery and beaches and stuff like that.
Right, do you want to read this one out?
Yeah, okay. Due to the sea outbreak, the BBC... you're going to try and get me. Nah, didn't work. The BBC has set out plans to change their scheduling and introduce new shows, while also suspending filming of continuous TV dramas. Meanwhile, the TV BAFTAs, Eurovision and Glastonbury have also been affected.
I like how you, even when you went to say continuous, you were like, continuous, just in case.
I was like, I'm going to read this out phonetically, just in case.
I mean, that is the one thing. It's going to lead to like reruns and shit. That's what I'm talking about. The official podcast.
You know what? I can imagine this. Can you imagine like an episode of EastEnders that is filmed on webcam, and each of the actors and actresses are playing out their scenes in their own living rooms, and it's just cutting between them all? That'd be hilarious.
Did they not think about that?
That would be absolutely hilarious. Oh man,
that'd be better than what they fucking put out.
Yeah, it'd be like some really, really bad kind of YouTube drama series or something like that.
Yeah, or like a really, really bad cheesy music montage by a bunch of celebrities. These two next ones go together really well. Gal Gadot and friends cover Imagine. Mark Ruffalo, Kristen Wiig, Natalie Portman and more cover John Lennon's Imagine. A cappella, and they'd done a line each and kind of passed it over on a phone type thing.
Done a line each?
Yeah, of the song, not the communist Cuban dust. It's just communist singing and songs. So I don't know if you've seen it. Everyone else who's seen it was kind of spewing because in the very next tweet, this is the next moment, like barely half a day later, like Gal Gadot's star-studded Imagine cover isn't quite having the intended effect. As everyone was kind of like, yeah, this is tone deaf, and not just tone deaf in the, you know, read the moment, guys. We don't need your cheesy songs going on right now. Tone deaf in the sense that everyone was in a different key.
Oh no!
Like, there was a couple that quite clearly like listened to the ones they heard before it and tried to meld in. You're like, right, okay, but by this point it's already changed 3 frequencies and came back down. And
yeah. Oh god.
But you know, I think the main thing is that they'd look just like us without makeup and hair done, and that's why we should relate, because they know it's tough times for those in need of a haircut.
I know, eh? Those people that currently have long hair at the moment are looking at everybody else going, huh? You're choking yourself in your sleep, aren't you? Yeah.
I think it was really funny because we just had that BBC social video that we were all talking about a few months ago. Where the non-binary kid was.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's minimising that person by pointing out their age. A younger chap, a youthful, not a chap, a chapette, a chap they.
Non-binary person.
A non-binary one was. Sorry, I'm struggling. They're struggling to get a haircut. I'm struggling to fucking not misgender.
That hole has been dug. It's done.
How can you misgender a non-gender? Right. Anyway. But we were talking about that a couple of months back, and now everyone's feeling the struggle. So maybe it's poetic justice. It was a poem that they read out. I'm going to get arrested for misgendering people.
You really are. I'm waiting for the bomb to drop.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, isn't life all just one big drag race, just like Leslie Jones shines as a drag race guest judge. Huh? You know, everyone remembers Leslie Jones. Oh god damn, I've cut it again.
No, you haven't. I'm just I'm just trying to mull over this one for a little while.
Ghostbusters reboot. She was great. So she shines as a judge in season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Shining, mate. Yeah. I don't think it has the same pulling power as fucking Steve Martin and has 78 seconds of playing the banjo that swept across Twitter. Just a nice cabin. Like, for me, that's way better than your Imagine piss. They just stood there with a camera on and just played the banjo.
See, this is it, right? Okay, you look at
78 seconds.
You look at all the actors, actresses, artists, and everyone all over the world, right? This is their moment to really go, you know what? This is what you see me doing normally, but this is my passion. This is what I like to do. This is me. And put it out there. Put some personality in it and stuff. This is the perfect moment, especially the way social media is going. Like, this is just great. I mean, Steve Martin playing a banjo, that's brilliant.
Fucking right. Need more of that in my life.
Yeah. Next we're gonna get fucking Idris Elba, like, you know, painting landscapes or something.
Well, they had fucking Nick Pegg and Simon Frost. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Yeah, that's
the one. They'd like recreated a Shaun of the Dead scene, but it was actually a different type of virus.
Yeah.
So being creative, kinda, by recycling your stuff. At least it's recyclable. I think, like you said, man, now is the perfect time. Like, I was talking on one of the shows, and like folk are like, "Oh my god, what's Hollywood going to do? All these films getting pushed back and cancelled. It's going to ruin everybody. It's going to cost millions and millions and millions." You're like, why the fuck do you guys not have your own Netflix set up right now and just turn it to the public and go, it's fucking free and here's a fuck ton of classics?
Yeah, totally. I mean,
for free. Here's a bunch of behind the scenes shit. Here's a bunch of documentaries that we fucking like behind the scenes stuff. All the blooper reels.
Well,
fucking here's the Zack Snyder cut. Here's the cat's butthole cut. Just here's everything. Do you know what I mean?
It's the fact that we've almost got 100 years of movies. Almost 100 years of movies to go through. You can't go through all of those in 12 weeks. So,
like, I'm looking at fucking Sony and it's like, fair dues, you give me this shit for PS Plus, a couple of games and stuff, but it's like, mate, where's the fucking films?
Exactly.
Where's the fucking TV shows where you got hundreds of stuff back there, but just because you want to squeeze another £5 at me whenever I decide I want to watch that in a digital copy.
That's it. For those of you who cannot afford our services at this point in time, we're giving you free access to our free section. And we're releasing a couple of free films a week.
That's perfect. Why not? Time, dude.
Exactly.
That's perfect time.
That would really, really bring people to your side if you were looking for more customers in the future.
Fucking mental. Fuck putting out Black Widow in the cinema. Drop that shit. Digital.
Well,
there you go.
Sky TV in the UK is apparently doing that. They're releasing cinema movies on digital, and you basically pay your ticket price.
Nice.
So, but my question is, which cinema is getting the money for that? Exactly. So, but yeah,
serves them right for jacking their prices for so long.
Jacking their customers for so long. Tub of popcorn is fucking an arm and a leg, man.
Well, they make the money somehow.
Yeah, totally,
fucking Avengers flick. What I'm saying is, like, this is the time that they need to come together, just like the UK newspapers unite to say we are with you during the C word.
Almost all the UK's major regional newspapers ran the same front page on Friday to send a message of hope and unity to communities battling the C word.
And the next page is literally just all the copies, like the Mail, the Bolton News, the Bucks Free Press, Cambridge News, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Dorset Echo,
yep.
East Anglian, Eastern Daily Express, all right. Evening News, Evening Riding Mail. What? Excuse me? Oh, okay. The
Ipswich Star. Yeah, that sounds like one I would maybe read.
The Lancashire Post, the Malvern Gazette. Malvern. Imagine you come from Malvern and don't actually exist in the Harry Potter universe. Like what? Manchester, what even is a Manchester? Peopleshire.
I like Peopleshire. Peopleshire's awesome.
The Leader, the Swindon Advertiser. What the fuck? I'm paying for the Swindon Advertiser and having that as your front page.
It's the one that's just called The Press.
We are there with you. You better know I'm in fucking self-isolation. That's the whole point.
Exactly. But what I find
I'm not going to get your paper if the shops are shut.
What I find really hilarious about this, though, is the fact that all the papers, whatever political stance they seem to have, instead of, reporting the news, they've got their own political swing on things. But they're all pumping out the exact same front page. So it's like, great, but nobody can get to the shop to buy your fucking paper. But yeah, at least some of them are releasing them digitally, so that's fine.
Fucking shit rags, mate. That's what they're good for.
Well, they will be soon.
It's the streets flooded with ink and shit.
Just to add to that, local sewage works around the world have actually issued a warning to all citizens that using certain products like paper, kitchen roll, things like that will cause a massive issue when it comes to cloggage. So please refrain from using anything other than the indicated wiping products. Otherwise that shit could back up, literally. So, just letting you know. In a pinch, use your shower.
Oh, don't say pinch. Pinch 1.5.
God.
Try to beat stuff to make it a ghosty poo.
Oh, just didn't. No.
Yep.
No.
I've successfully shorted all over the end of this podcast. At Gaze and Lens. I must award you another 50 points. 50 rock points if you've lasted this far once again. I hope you've been tallying how many rock points you have, because God knows if I can remember. You maybe get a bonus, a couple of rock points if you catch me in other ones, but you'll have to tune in to find out. And what are these rock points worth? Well, you never know. Might just be sitting on the largest stockpile of bog roll you've never seen.
Well, maybe.
Golden bog roll. I don't know if that...
Golden bog roll?
Silk. No.
I don't think it has quite the same absorbance ratio.
Don't say absorbance ratio. In these trying time climate. But yeah, man. Like, what did you think of this week's ensemble? I managed to pluck some decent stuff out with the C word.
Aye, there's some interesting stuff. I mean, mostly it's still loosely based around that topic, but at the same time, the Oprah one was like, what?
Like, I watched the rest. Oh, that was great. That was huge, by the way. That was like an entire night. They were just like, yep, Oprah did it. Oprah did trafficking kids.
See, I've missed all this. I've missed all this stuff because there's been too much on the C word. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That would have been hilarious. That kind of lightens my day just a little bit to know that Oprah Winfrey was accused of trafficking. Like, what?
Fuck. They're like, look, all the kids, orphanages she opened in Africa, and hospitals. That's why. You're like, oh no, that's brutal as fuck.
Oh,
entirely
that's big
unsubstantiated. Disavow. But yeah, folks. Once again, much obliged if you've made it this far. Do stay tuned for anything and everything FAWK Chronicles related, you can find us at FAWK CPTP, at FAWK GMT, or at FAWK Show on Twitter. As we drop the Unmonetisables podcast on a Monday, I appear on the unofficial official podcast on a Tuesday. Wednesday we also drop one of our creative collaborative efforts, hopefully this week. And Thursdays I stream over at Indi Scots on Twitch for Thirsty Thursdays. It's part of the Indi Scots initiative to get someone on that channel every night of the week. And on Fridays we drop another bombshell on you. A Friday Fallout 76 expertly cut video. My edits have been amazing. Okay, I'll just have you know.
And you know, as all YouTubers always say, remember, like and subscribe. But not only that, what we'd like you to do more is to join our Discord channel. You can find the link on YouTube. Join us on the Discord channel. Come drop us some memes. Send us some of your quarantine games, which would could be quite entertaining.
Might even put it on the show. What's your quarantine game, man? That's it. What's your quarantine Hunger Games?
Exactly. Come join in the chat. Let's build that online community again.
Hell yeah, man. Any suggestions you got for the show and you want to hear more of or less of, and don't say mine or text voice. That's not appropriate. Okay?
No, that's entirely appropriate.
But in the meantime, this has been Cpt Privilege and Grandmaster Tech signing off, closing hail frequencies, ending communications. I'm gonna go coronavirus because it's the end of the show, so it doesn't matter.
Cheeky bastard. I'm gonna go play some ping pong out of the airlock.
I don't want it. That's a euphemism. That is definitely a euphemism. It's not appreciated.